Hey everyone, my name is Audrey and welcome to my channel. Today I'm giving you a new weekly reading vlog. So I'm going to make this quick because I am leaving in about 20-ish minutes. I am leaving for my cousin's shower today and I'm only coming back tomorrow. I don't know what time I'm going to be back. So I wanted to open the vlog before I leave. I don't think I'm going to be filming when I'm gone, but I am going to be bringing some books. Reading wise, I am currently reading 10 books and I'm trying to make some progress in most of them as much as possible. So I'll be bringing my Kobo reader so that I can make some progress in Fool's Assassin. And I'll also be bringing A Psalm of Storm and Silence by Roseanne Brown so I can move on to this one. Second book of A Song of Grace and Ruin. And I was really enjoying the first part I read so far. I feel it's going to be very promising. Second book I'm going to bring is The Two Towers, which is book number 2 of The Lord of the Rings. I just started this book, so I just want to make some progress in it. And the last book I'm going to bring is Yellowface by R.F. Kuang. So far I've been enjoying it as well. It's very different than what I'm used to in her writing because it's more of a contemporary story, but I am enjoying her writing. So we'll see what I'm in the mood to pick up when I have time to pick up a book this evening or tomorrow morning. I don't know. I won't be reading in the car because it does tend to give me headaches and nausea. So I won't be doing that. But I should have enough downtime to read something, whatever I'm in the mood for. So on that note, I'll be back tomorrow evening or I'll be filming Tuesday. I don't know. But this week is my last full week of not working. I'm going to go back on the 22nd at school and start prepping my class and everything. So I'm gonna try and make the most of this last week off of summer and work on my shop and get everything ready for my son as well for his back to school supplies. And we need to set up his desk as well. Other than that, I'll be reading and that's pretty much it. I already have some videos that have been edited and scheduled, so at least that's taken care of. I usually do a business video on Mondays, which is already scheduled and edited yesterday. I have one for today and one for tomorrow that's edited and scheduled for my booktube channel. So I did that yesterday and I'll be trying to continue catching up on those as well this week. And I want to get into pre-filming some book talk videos as well. So I'll do that when I come back. On that note, I'm gonna leave you at that and I'll see you when I come back. Hey everyone, so it's now Monday evening. I came back from my cousin's shower at around just after lunch. I had lunch with my parents and then I stopped by Michael's because it was on our way and I had this amazing idea for new bookmarks. I needed some cardstock. So yeah, I went there and came back, and honestly all afternoon I haven't done much except research a couple of things that I needed to research. I did read a tiny bit, but not that much. So during my weekend, I made a little bit of progress into The Two Towers. So I made it to page, I can't really tell you the page number because it starts on page 413 because it is considered as like one book. So the page count started with where the last book page count stopped. So 11 pages. Still enjoying it. And then I made some progress in Full Assassin, maybe 20-ish, 30-ish pages. I am getting a better understanding of how the magic system works, and I'm finding it very interesting. I feel like there is some past history that I don't know about, that I'm not aware of, because I haven't read the books that came before this one, but it doesn't stop me from enjoying this book, and it doesn't stop me from understanding anything that's going on. So I'm still appreciating this. This chapter, though, is a very, very long. It's like 75 pages. They're e-pages, but still, I'm glad I have it on my reader, because I don't think I could handle these chapters if I had it physically. But I'm still enjoying the journey. We have followed our main character into another city. It goes through time quite a bit more than what I thought it would. And yeah, he left, go help someone. And I can't wait to see what our main character actually can do. Because we've been told that this character has been trained with this magic thing. They have the skills that they have, but I haven't seen it or read about it like directly in action. And we're just starting to get to that point. So I'm really excited to get into that. So it is pretty late. It's past 9:30. So I'm going to, I think, just pick up my book and read and then go to bed. And then I'll see for tomorrow, because I do want to sew and get designing my new bookmarks that I want to do. And there's just a lot I need to get done. I am starting school very, very soon. So I'm a bit overwhelmed with everything that I would love to accomplish before I get back to school, and like having to deal with so not enough time to do everything that I want to get done. But that's me, I guess, because I always do that. But yeah, I had a fun trip. The trip was fun. My cousin was very, very happy, and I got to see my family, which I haven't seen for like 2 years because I was working night shifts at the hotel. So like, yeah, I was glad that I could see my family again. But yeah, other than that, didn't have much else to add. So I'm gonna close it here. I will try to film my bookmark process, something artistic or aesthetic for the bookmark stuff. I'm not worried of spoiling them, because I know this vlog will be up and the bookmarks will already be on my website, ready to be sold. But I am going to try something a little bit more aesthetic for the vlog, so that we can have a little bit of B-roll, but not right now because it's dark in the house and I'm just gonna be reading on my reader, which is not an interesting thing to film, trust me. On that note, I think I'm gonna keep the bookmark stuff for Wednesday when I go live, and then sew mostly tomorrow. I need to take photos of my new placemats that I need to get into the computer, onto my website as soon as possible. So I also need to take care of my TikToks as well. So yeah, I think I'm gonna make myself a list of things to do and go from there. Anyways, I'll see you when I have more.
I didn't think it'd be this hard to go and try to let you down. At first, for sure, we saw forever and the distance, but the path of least resistance is the one where I don't see you anymore. And yes, I'm sure about my choices. I don't need you to take me home. And though for sure the bed is warmer by your side, oh please believe me, babe, I've tried. You're not the one I thought that you were gonna be. I got you singing, ooh, I got the blues. I got you singing, ooh, I don't know what to do without you, baby. Ooh, you got the blues. And even though your heart is breaking, I got another man who loves to make me smile. Oh, he loves to make me smile. So can you just get up and go? Oh, oh, you say the best I've ever had, I won't be bad, you drive me mad. I don't believe you when you say I'm gonna change. It's not that you can't break it down, yeah. It's just you didn't love me right. It will take time to get in line, crawl up the vine. You will be fine, but you will have to be fine on your own. I got you singing, ooh, I got the blues. I got you singing, ooh, I don't know what to do without you, baby. Ooh, you got the blues. And even though your heart is breaking, I got another man who loves to make me smile. Oh, he loves to make me smile. I got the blues, I got the blues. I don't know what to do without you, baby. I got the blues, and even though your heart is breaking, I got another man who loves to make me smile. one is watching, but I still feel so alone, alone, alone. And I've been waiting on a miracle, but by the time it comes, I'll probably be stoned or on my phone. Oh no, now I'm sure that you have got the perfect positive quote to say, but I don't want your optimism today. I just wanna complain. It takes a whole damn hour to afford 2 gallons, and I'm not doing enough. Another day, another challenge. I woke up one day and the world was cold. Feel like I'm way too young to feel this old. I got a hole in my heart that keeps getting bigger, so I'll try to fill it up by rooting in my liver. I'm a poster child, millennial. Feel like I'm way too young to feel this old. Oh, 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 yeah, yeah. Oh, 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 yeah. Everyone's invited to this pity party in my head, my head, my head. And I'll cry if I want to, and I want to, but nobody's listening. So I'll just hide away instead. I'm sure that you have got the perfect positive thing to say, but I don't want your optimism today. I just wanna complain. It takes a whole damn hour to afford 2 gallons, and I'm not doing enough. Another day, another challenge. I woke up one day and the world was cold. Felt like I'm way too young to feel this old. I got a hole in my heart that keeps getting bigger, so I'll try to fill it up by rooting in my liver. Keep on trying to do things that require soul. Feel like I'm way too young to feel this old. Oh, 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 yeah, yeah. Oh, 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 yeah. My parents don't get it, and they don't give me enough credit. My friends, I'm broken.
Hey everyone, it's now Thursday afternoon. I was supposed to update yesterday, but I ended up falling asleep on my book as I usually do. But yeah, I have been reading. I actually spent a lot of time reading The Two Towers, and I've made some progress, but at the same time I feel like I spent so many hours and not making as much progress as I thought I would. I don't know, but I'm only like 20% through, 22% through starting chapter, and I kind of need a break for it. I knew that going in that it was going to be a long read, but still I was hoping for a tiny bit more. But yeah, I'm still enjoying it. I feel like the first book was very, very slow before the characters actually went on their journey and were confronted with the actual realness of the threat, if that makes any sense, which is something that like we see really quickly coming in the movies. But in book one takes them a lot of time before getting there. Like they did believe it, they did take it seriously, but maybe they didn't feel threatened enough. I don't know, but I feel like in the first book they had like this huge gap between them and the enemy, and the more time they took because they were not in a hurry to get things done and on the journey, well, that kind of closed the gap between them and the enemy. I don't know if I'm making any sense right now, but anyways, I feel like it's like that a lot in the first book, but not too much in the second book. I feel like we're more into it. There is still a lot of description in here, but not as much history of who is whom and like all that stuff than in the first book, if that makes any sense. Anyways, I am enjoying it. It's just a little too much for me at the moment, so I'm going to put this one aside. Currently in my workshop, I have like a lot of fabric, as you can see here. Usually my products have like some part that has like beautiful fabric patterns thing, like those one here, and then the rest of it has like a one color fabric, because if there's like too many patterns, I feel like it's just too much in my opinion. So I like to break it up with a single color. And the one color fabric, they always have them in store. I can always rebuy some new if I need it. And I usually tend to not like buy a whole bunch of fabric without really knowing if I'm going to sell them or not. So I tend to like buy not enough, keep the pattern fabric just in case I sell more and make those if I sell them. I decided that I was going to stop working that way, and I just want like as much inventory as possible on my website because I feel like it's not helping me out to not have a lot of variety on my website, if that makes any sense. Anyways, I have a couple of them that are for kitchen aprons. Others are for book sleeves, and then we'll see from there. And I want to cut as much of them as possible so that I know how many like plain fabrics, colored fabrics that I need to buy in order to get all of those products sewn together, because I definitely don't have enough, and that's fine. Like, I know it, but I don't know how much I need, depending on like how much fabric I have. I don't know if I'm making any sense, but that's the plan for me today. This afternoon, I'm going to sew. I'm going to cut fabric, see how much I have left of fabric, and see how much I need to buy. And then I probably won't be sewing much today. So just like cutting fabric and having a plan for like what do I still need material wise. And I'm gonna try and take breaks here and there so that I can read. And I do need to have wins this month. I am starting next Tuesday back to school, and I'm scared because I have like what 4 days left, 3 days if we're not counting today. So that means I'm going back really quickly, and I want to get ahead with my business and all that. So yeah, I am going to take some breaks and try to read like at least a half hour in between during those breaks, and come back into cutting some fabric afterwards and go back into reading and so on and so forth. When I work, I tend to like go really deep into the work and never stop because I'm just into the flow of it. But I do need to stop if I want to do a little bit of force myself to stop if I want to do a little bit of everything, if that makes sense. So that's the plan this afternoon. I brought myself 2 books downstairs. So we have Psalm of Storms and Silence, which I was really enjoying, and I felt like it was going pretty quickly. So that's why I brought this one, as well as Yellowface, because this goes really fast. It is contemporary, so I know this one is gonna go quickly as well. So I'm gonna focus on those 2 books, and that'll be all for this afternoon. And I'm gonna try and watch some booktube at the same time because I'm like 2 months behind on my booktube watch later list, so not great. But yeah, and then this evening I might just go back on my computer and try to edit some stuff. Also, I did try some new bookmarks that I want to create with my Cricut, but it's not exactly working like I wanted to. I don't know if it's the mat that was a little too sticky for the cardstock that I had, but it just tore the paper, and some of the paper just got stuck on the mat. So like I don't understand what's happening. And then I had another mat and nothing stuck to the mat, and I couldn't cut with it. So like I don't know how to manage all of that. But yeah, I'm gonna figure it out, but I'm gonna give myself a little bit more time. I did announce I was going to have like more new products Monday. Probably tomorrow I'll be going to the store so that I can properly scan my designs, because I just took the photo, so I photoshopped a bit of it so that it would work. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't like perfect like I wanted it. The outline of everything was a tiny bit too thin, in my opinion, and I wanted like a thicker frame all around so that it would be easier to glue like the cardstock. So yeah, I'm still gonna go with some tries. So yeah, I'm gonna put that on pause, keep it for tomorrow, and today I'm just gonna close this clip here because my phone doesn't have any battery left, and I'll update you when I have more. Hey everyone, so this is a weird angle that I typically don't use, but we're just gonna roll with it because. Anyways, I managed to cut quite a lot of fabrics in 2 days. I didn't even cut half of what I'm supposed to be cutting because it's a lot of work, yes, but it's exhausting and I had to take a break today. I made a priority to-do list of everything that's like urgent to take care of as soon as possible. So yeah, and cutting fabrics unfortunately is not like the most urgent thing. It's almost there, but not the most urgent thing. So I do know that I don't have all the plain fabric, like one color fabric that I need to get everything sewn and everything done and ready to assemble. So I do need like to cut everything and then I'll see what I need and what's missing in order to complete and finish all of the products that I'm trying to finish, if that makes any sense. And I'm not there yet. I only did the 21 kitchen apron for kids that but only like the pattern fabric. I still have the plain fabric that I need to cut from what I actually have, and then I'll go on with the 24 different pattern fabrics for book sleeves and all of that stuff, which is a little wild to me. I'm gonna have a lot of products, but I mean, that's what I wanted anyway, so I'm good with that. And yes, yesterday I did take breaks for reading and I've done some progress with Yellowface. I just want to slap her. Seriously, what is wrong with her? I there's so many things that annoy me in this book, and it kind of kept me getting out of the book. So I had a little bit of a hard time to concentrate on the book. I can't say that I just couldn't stop reading because she was so annoying, so arrogant, so unlikable. I know that's the point of the book, that she's not a good person, and it's not like morally gray. She's just bad at the core. I hate her. I hate her so much. Like the things she says, it's so annoying, and she's so entitled. And then she's gonna go and complain about people who have a certain attitude and complain that they have an attitude when she was the first one to have the exact same attitude in the first place. Like, what is your problem? So I don't know where this is gonna go, honestly, because she's having her way so far, and she's getting away with a lot of things that she does not deserve to get her way with. So I just hope she's gonna fall down face first and get what she deserves, because she's an evil person. I can understand how this is not for everyone. I can understand how people might be, I don't know if I want to say the word offended by it. But I can understand what the author is doing with this. It's clear to me that it's purposeful to have a very unlikable character, if that makes sense. And that's like the point of the book, to point out how ridiculous having these attitudes are and this behavior and being so entitled. And there's so much manipulation and gaslighting. It's mind-blowing. Like how anyways. I'm I'm now on page 112, so maybe a third, 40% through. Because it reads kind of fast though when I don't get angry at our main character and the little things that happens all the time. And I love that the author points out like real flaws and issues within the publishing industry. I think it's a very important light to set and to call out, in my opinion. And I cannot say if it's an accurate representation because I'm not from that field and I don't work in publishing and all of that, but it kind of makes sense to have this really bad character and that takes advantage of how the industry was against her, and now it's with her. She's taking full advantage of that, and it's pointing out all of its flaws with her. I don't know if I'm making any sense, but in my mind, it makes so much sense. Anyways, I think this is brilliant so far. Probably going to be a 5 stars, 4.5 maybe. It will depend on how that goes further along, but I'm not too worried. Today, I did not read, I didn't sew, I didn't cut fabric, I didn't do any of that. I am behind on a lot of things. So this morning, I did my to do list, my urgent to do list, and then I need to get stuff done on my computer. I need to sit down on my computer, at my computer. So I started doing that. And then I've done some more, 3 more bookmarks designed. So the first 8 I've done are here. Other way would be better. So yeah, this is the first 8 ones I've done so far. So bookish themed one. I've watched a couple of videos because the first try I did not go very well. The the books here are a little bit thin. It doesn't look that thin, but it kind of is at certain places. And I had an issue with, not with the cutting. It cut fine, even if it was thin, but I had a hard time peeling it off from the mat, and it was a struggle. I went on YouTube, made some research, got a few tips on how to peel it off without breaking the actual cardstock, because that's what was happening. My current cardstock are a little bit thinner than the one I use for white. So there's also that. And even the white one, I would bend the cardstock by peeling it off, and it kind of breaks the cardstock. And I want a top tier, full quality bookmark. I don't want anything that's like half done, half well done. So yeah, I didn't like that. But with the tips I got, I should be fine for peeling these out without like too much bending and all that stuff. It should look good. So I'm gonna do a couple of tests this evening and see how that goes. And I'm also going to take a break to try and make some progress in A Psalm of Storm and Silence tonight. So reading wise, that's gonna be it. I did a little bit of progress in The False Assassin, which I haven't talked about so far, but like honestly, there's so many pages, and I feel like I'm not making any progress. Out of 1,500 pages, I've only read 212, which is not a lot, and I feel like I'm not progressing as much as I would love to progress, and I keep picking it up when I'm about to fall asleep, and that's not a good idea at all. But anyways, so maybe I will pick it up. So far, I'm liking it. Like, I understand now how it's like a later trilogy throughout like the big story, but I don't feel like I'm missing out on anything so far. Everything's well explained, even if you haven't read the other books, and it's not like overly explained. I don't think that if I've read the other books, I would feel like the author is just retelling us what happened in the other books. That's not how I feel this is written at all. So I enjoy that, but at the same time, I'm not confused. So I think I think good writing actually does that. So but yeah, I don't have any more comments. I'm enjoying it for what it is. I'm curious to see like where it's gonna go, what's the big journey going to be, because he's refusing to go back to that life of being an assassin and everything. So like there's something that happened that I thought would trigger him going back to that life, because he's kind of like not retired, but yeah, he's trying to live a peaceful life, because it was not very peaceful before that, from what I understand. But anyways, so yeah, I feel like something else is going to happen, something else bigger is going to happen. So it will force him to go back to that life, even if he doesn't want it. And I feel like there's some crumbs that have been placed, but we don't have some answers for a couple of things yet. And I feel like that's gonna come up eventually as well. So liking it. so far. Anyways, and then after I finished my bookmarks this morning, I then decided to go to the stores and run all of my errands because I needed to scan these designs, and I don't have a proper scanner. This one doesn't work on my printer, and then I need to scan it correctly with a good quality because I need to transfer it into Photoshop and all that stuff. So I need good quality scan. I can't just like take a photo. The first try I did, I took a photo of the actual bookmarks, but it wasn't the best. I knew that. So yeah, I'm gonna try it all over again properly this time. But yeah, I went to Staples to do that, and then got myself a couple of folders. So I'm there. I might as well get everything I need. So I got a couple of folders so that I can keep everything clean and well separated. So ongoing projects that are done and finished and all that stuff. So, all right, one in every folder. After that, so I got myself a recycling bin. It's kind of like a small recycling bin because the Cricut stuff makes a lot of mess, a lot of scrapes, and a lot of scrap paper. And I hate having this huge pile of scrap paper that always falls to the floor, and it's making me very impatient. So I decided to get myself like this small recycling bin so it's easier to get rid of. I got myself a second, I don't know why I said second. This is my fourth box like this so that I can store some vinyl scraps and stuff like that. I felt recently like I didn't have enough space for everything I wanted to put away. So I'm going to use that as storage as well. And so one more. I already had 3 for my vinyl that is not in a roll. Then I bought myself these tape, which are like double-sided tape from what I understand. And the thing is, I got myself some glue dots at first because that's what I wanted to use. But I feel like they're going to be a little bit too big for my designs and the space that is left on my bookmarks when I put them together. So I decided to try these ones as well. I'm not worried that I'm not going to be using it. I know I will, but I still wanted to try these ones on nonetheless. I'm scared that it's going to be a little bit too wide to compared to like what the actual cardstock is going to be, but we'll see how I'm going to deal with that later, I guess. What I like about these is that they are refillable, so that's a win. And this was a value pack, so might as well get those because it was quite pricey if you get them like one at a time. And finally, I got myself like this these little compartments. I might actually bring the small ones to my school because I think they would be handy for school. But these ones I will definitely use for like small things like paper clips and stuff like that. I do have my stickers as well for like these little compartments that I love, that I use for stickers at the moment, as well as paper clips and small stuff like that. But I do want to make more stickers, so I might like use them for some paper clips. I don't know. I don't know anymore what I want to use. But we'll see. I do need to organize like everything that's down in my drawers, not drawers, because I used to have drawers here. They've broken because it was like a mesh and cardstock thing. They broke. I put like a small wooden shelf on there. It's weird, but it makes sense. Okay, trust me. So now it's just like a small shelf. instead of an actual drawer, and I kind of want to organize that space. And I have a ton of things that are on the actual desk, and it annoys me so much. So I want to organize that. I have like one big tray, and then I have like two medium, like this one, then two half of the medium, and the small ones, four of the small ones. So I like that, as I got one for my son as well because they were quite cheap. So yeah, one for my son as well, so he can organize his new desk. I think it's gonna be a good thing. So that's pretty much all the updates I have for you now. It is Saturday, so I only have like one day left for this vlog. Tomorrow, hopefully, I'll get a lot of the stuff done. I do need to edit and film a lot tomorrow. I've got my TikToks to schedule and film, and a whole lot of other stuff to do, but hopefully I'll have time to read as well in between, make some bookmarks, take photos. I don't know if I'll be able to do some b-roll because my phone is what I'm filming with and taking photos. I can't like film myself take photos as at the same time as I'm taking the photos on the same phone. That makes sense. So yeah, we'll see. I'll keep you updated. I'll see you tomorrow. Hey everyone, so it's now Monday morning. I am going to wrap this vlog up. I managed to do a lot yesterday, but not as much as I wanted to. I did have to go back to the store to rescan everything because the first time around I didn't scan it in the right format because my drawings are on a cardstock that is a little bit bigger than a regular letter paper, and I didn't realize that I scanned for a regular letter paper. So some parts were off. I didn't have like the full picture, the full scan of everything. So when I first started working on the bookmarks, I had a couple of them. I had like half of the bookmarks design that I could work with, but not the other half. So I went back yesterday to do it properly that time. And now I've got everything. I've worked on it for a while, like 2 good afternoons, like a lot. I have 11 different designs, so let me show them to you. I'm really happy with how they turned out actually. So we've got read, and some of them, those that have words, I've translated them in French as well because I know that French speaking here is very important to have everything in French. So French version is lire with the book because the word was a little bit longer. I could have figured out a way to put like the book with read, but yeah, I didn't bother. I have cats one in pink. I have a bookshelf. I have to figure out the glue stuff, but yeah, this one was very, very hard to do. I had to mess up like many of these ones. I wanted to do it on white cardstock, but I think that it's a paper issue because I've been doing this design on other colors and I don't have that issue with other colors, but I do have the issue with white cardstock. So I'm still learning how to properly use my Cricut and like what works and doesn't work, but I don't know why on white paper cardstock it just doesn't cut well, and it kind of scrapes the cardstock and instead of cutting, so it just basically rips it off. So it's not a good thing. So yeah, I decided to go with black instead, but there's also some issues with the black one, so we'll see. But it's more workable with black. So yeah, I don't know why, especially like when there's very, very small details. With like a bigger cutting design, it's not as bad, but those who have like very small stuff to cut, I don't know why it does that. Anyways, I have a fancy one with a sword. And I've got the equivalent in French. It's a longer word. It's fantastique, which means that I decided to go and put it on vertically instead of horizontally because it wouldn't fit Then I made a back to school one. This one I had issues with as well, but I managed to save a couple of them. So I don't know. I might switch to like, I like the yellow and the white contrast, but I might switch to like a very pale yellow instead of the white. So um it's so I don't waste as many cardstock, but we'll see. I've got a pile of books with a skull on it, and like strangely this one I haven't had the issue, and it's white on red. So like, go figure. There's so many things I don't understand with this thing. And then I made one for horror, which is a font that I really, really like. I made it in French, obviously, as well. Horreur. And then I made one for thriller, and I didn't make this one in French because thriller is pretty much the word that is used in French for that genre. So those are my bookmarks. I'm really happy with them. I've got everything ready. I just need to edit some photos and put that online with the listings and program my posting for this morning. I actually only have like maybe an hour left before I have to put it online. So I'm gonna make this quick. Before I leave, I do want to talk about some progress I've made. So I did make some progress in storms of some storms and silence. So I'm now on page 122. So I made quite some good progress so far. I think I'm liking this one better than the first one, and the reason for that is because of the competition thing. I feel like it's a trope that is used very, very often, and I'm just kind of tired of it, and that's just a me thing. I know that. And it wasn't that high stakes, so it kind of lacked for me there. But otherwise, I really loved the first book, anyways. But yeah, that's why I think I'm preferring the second book better, because like, I see the adventure, I see openings for things that seem very interesting to me and intriguing to me. So, but there's a lot of mysterious stuff going on, a mysterious city, mysterious magic system that even our protagonists don't fully understand how it works because it was walled off. So like, that I love. But some people have pointed out to me that there was a lot of things going on for a second book because it's just a duology. So hopefully everything will be able to be wrapped up correctly, and there won't be too many loose ends, but we'll see. So far, I'm really loving the adventure, where we're going. I feel like the two characters actually swapped position, which I find is very, very interesting, because in the first book, Karina was stuck in the palace, and Malik journeyed from very, very far and had to maneuver his way anonymously and pass for someone else and try to get into the palace to kill Karina. And now tables have turned, and Malik is stuck in the palace, and Karina is trying to go along anonymously and pass for someone else so that she doesn't get caught to be brought back to the capital, because she is in danger of being sacrificed. So yeah, I like how the author did that. So yeah, really enjoying it. And I did make some progress in Yellowface. I don't remember 112. I don't remember where I left off the last time I talked about this book, but I'm still enjoying it. I hate our protagonist. I hate our main character. I really, really do. I would just want to slap her. And I feel like the more it goes, the further it goes, the worse it gets. And yeah, I just can't stand her. But I guess that's a point of the book. I've seen recently a lot of reviews of this book, people talking about it, people who have read it, because sometimes some books are really, really hyped on BookTube, and they talk about like, this is coming, I'm putting this in my TBR, I just bought this, whatever, book haul TBRs, or like new releases, and they mention it, and it's really, really hyped that way. No one reads the book or talks about the book afterwards. But I'm seeing more videos of people having read the book and are talking about it. And the most critiques I've heard is that it's very on the nose, meaning that it's very there. It's very booktube universe, online internet, bookish stuff that is going on. And it's like, if you hang around booktube, bookstagram, book talk, book Twitter, all that stuff, it's very on the nose of what we go through. And some people don't like reading about that specific stuff, which is totally fine. That's personal. That's a really personal thing. I personally don't mind it. I appreciate it. I appreciate how accurate it is. And I appreciate that people who do not navigate towards these environments do get a glimpse of how it really is, how it actually is. But I can understand how people feel like it's very on the nose because of how R.F. Kuang says things that, like, it's clear she has something to say and something she wants to prove, if that makes sense. But honestly, I don't mind it at all. I think it's really brilliant to make this character very, I wouldn't say unlikable, but very despicable, I guess, more than unlikable, because it's not gray at all. It's dark gray. But yeah, I also made a little bit of progress into Fool's Assassin, but like not enough to get there. I feel like a lot of time passes by in this book and there's nothing going on, but I'm just not used to that. But I do understand things take a lot of time with this book because it's a whole universe. It's a very, very extensive universe, kind of like the Lord of the Rings, but there's like 15 books. So I get like why it's taking that much time to get to an adventure, to get to a point of the book. But yeah, I'm still enjoying it, still having fun, but I'm not that far into it. So I'm only 14. I'm not even 25% through. I think I'm 14% through. Anyways, but yeah. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. This was my last vlog of the summer, if you wish, because I am going back to school tomorrow. I'm kind of still in denial, but yeah, we're gonna get back into a new routine. Hopefully I can keep up with the reading and the editing and everything else, but I'm not working night shifts anymore, so that should really help. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe if you wish. Hit the notification bell if you want to be notified every time I upload a new video, and I will see you soon in the next one. Bye.